In this video, you'll learn how to make the absolute most as a notary signing agent. Hi, I'm John Snedeker with Notary Signing Agent Blueprint, where my blueprint takes you further, faster. Feel free to subscribe to learn how to make the absolute most as a notary signing agent. To make the most as a notary signing agent, you're going to want to consistently get the higher paying orders in your schedule on a regular basis. So where do you go to get these orders? Well, you're going to want to work directly for title companies. Title companies typically pay $100 to $175, with most orders falling in the $150 range. So why do they pay more? Well, let's take a look at the whiteboard so I can explain it to you. Anytime you work as a notary signing agent, you're going to typically be working on mortgage paperwork for the real estate industry. So that's going to include documents such as a purchase, refinance, seller package, equity loan, equity line of credit, and even reverse mortgage. Now the paperwork is all very similar. It's just paperwork. It needs to be filled out, it needs to be signed, dated, and initialed correctly, with some of the documents being filled out. But when it comes time to schedule the notary, here's what people fail to understand sometimes. Typically, the title company is the one to schedule the order to assign the notary. Now, there's really two ways they go about it. They can work directly with the notary, or they can work with someone that's called a signing service company. Now, all these companies do is actually find a notary for a living. So when it comes to the order, the client and the signer is going to be the exact same. It's going to be the same day, it's going to be the same time, regardless of which way it goes to the notary or to the signing service company and then to the notary. The client is the same, the day of the closing is the same, the time of day of the closing is the same, and the paperwork is the exact same. So if you know that everything is going to be the same, regardless of where you got the order from, title company or signing service company, you might as well get paid the higher amount. You're doing the same exact work. So why do the notary signing agents get paid more with title companies? It's very simple. Title companies are typically going to pay $175 for the order. Now, $175 is either going to go in your pocket when you work for them directly, or the signing service company is going to get paid $175. And the only thing that they're going to want to pay out is typically $75 to $115, with most orders being $100. So if you get the order from the signing service company, they're going to keep the difference, okay? They do have some overhead, they do have staff, they do have to call notaries all day. But the bottom line is, if you're going to do the same exact work, you might as well get paid more for your time. If you're going to do 2 orders a day, don't you want to do 2 orders at $175 versus 2 orders at $100? The answer is simple. You're working on the exact same paperwork. So that's why it pays to work directly for title companies, and that's how to make the absolute most as a notary signing agent. Make sure you lean in on title companies, but only when you're ready. If you start too soon and you're not ready to field the phone calls and handle their orders, you don't want to make a mistake that you can't recover from. You need a better plan to work directly for title companies, and that's where I come in. These transactions that you get are more relationship driven than transactional. They're more personal. It takes a little bit of nurturing, a little bit of developing. There's a few tips and tricks, actually a lot of tips and tricks that I can help you with, but you want to make sure you don't approach them before you're ready. Make sure that if you are working directly for title companies or you start to approach them, it's a big deal to make sure that you impress yourself as a team player. The way that you do this is to ask to be added to the rotation. If you march in there unannounced, try to drop off your business card, it's not going to work very well. In addition to showing up unannounced and trying to drop off cards, if you walk in there and say that I want to be your go-to for the area, it's not as well as showing up from an appointment, making sure you ask to speak to the manager, making sure that when you go in there, you discuss things that you're gonna help them and you're gonna explain how you're gonna help them. Not only that, you're not asking to be the go-to, you wanna go in there and ask them how to get into the rotation. When you can demonstrate to them that you're a team player, you're gonna go much further than the person who's showing up right now, unannounced, trying to drop off some business cards, demanding to be their #1 go-to for the county that they live in. If you don't know, we have a free course and training from NotarySigningAgentBlueprint.com. Feel free to like and share this video with who you feel could benefit. What's one thing you learned or one thing that you want to learn more about? Let me know in the comments right now, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.